Morning everyone. This is an introductory class for sequential circuits. In this presentation, we will talk about the sequential circuits. It is very important for your digital systems course because this is base for flip-flops, counters, and registers. These are some of the examples of sequential circuits. All these three topics are very much important. There are so many questions being asked in the competitive examinations as well. So, if you want to master in these topics, you need to understand what is sequential circuit and how it will be used in many of the digital system applications. Okay, if you want to know about the sequential circuits, let us talk about combinational circuit first. What is combinational circuit and how we can derive sequential circuit from combinational circuit? What is combinational circuit? A combinational circuit is a circuit the output is dependent, that means the present output is dependent only on the present input. Here you need to use only word because it doesn't depend on any past history of the output or outputs. There is no requirement of memory also in combinational circuit. Let us see. I am explaining with the help of one of the combinational circuit, that is off adder. We have a lot more applications are there. One of the example is off adder. Here we are having different applications are there: off adder, full adder, multiplexer, demultiplexer, encoder, decoder, parity adder. A lot of applications are there we have seen earlier, but in order to compare these two circuits, that are combinational circuits and sequential circuits, here I am taking off adder. You can observe here I am taking on the left hand side of the slide. You can observe two inputs. One input is 1 1 and second input combination is 0 1. That means if I give first input combination, that is 1 1, to this circuit, that is off adder. Off adder, what it indicates, what is the main function of this off adder? Off adder can add two single bit binary numbers. That means it can add, it can give sum and carry. 1 plus 1 gives us 0 as sum, 1 as carry, and next input combination is 0 1. Next input combination is 0 1, means 0 plus 1 gives us 1 as sum and 0 as carry. You can observe here, if I want to see that next state of output, it is not dependent on the past history of the output. It is directly gives us the output. There is no dependency on the past history or past history of the output. Okay, this you can observe here in this off adder circuit. You can observe here in the counter in the right hand side of the slide. I am going to use one of the application of this sequential circuit as a counter. It is a decimal counter. You can observe it is 0 to 9. It can count. You see, 0 plus 1 gives us 1. Next 1 plus 1 gives us 2. 2 plus 1 gives us 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like that it count. If you observe here, we are at 1. 1 means if I add 1 to that previous output, then we got 2. And next 3, how we can get 3? If I know the previous output, then if I add 1 to that previous output, we are getting 3. Like that the remaining numbers are also obtained with the help of previous output. That means if you want to know the present state of output, you need to know the past history of output. Of output. Because of that reason, you see that formal definition of the sequential circuit that is made here. You see, in sequential circuit, the present output depends on the present input as well as past output or outputs. That means it depends on the past history of the outputs, that means past state of the outputs. You can observe this block diagram middle of the slide indicates this is a block diagram. In this block diagram it is a totally combinational, but only one thing you have to see here is a memory block. This what is the necessity of this memory block? The memory block is useful to store the past history of the output, because if I want to know the present state, we have to use the past state of outputs also. Because of that reason I am taking the three lines. If you see on the right hand side of this block is connected to this memory block, and the stored values are connected to input through this feedback. These are the examples of this. This is the block diagram of this sequential circuit. Why it is stored? Why this memory block? If you see that what are the different types of memories are there in our sequential circuits. You see, flip-flop is a basic memory block that are used in the sequential circuits. Counters, registers, all are these applications of sequential circuits. In coming classes we will discuss about this flip-flops, what are the various flip-flops, how it will be classified, and what are the various types of counters and registers will be seen later. Thank you. Thank you one and all.